Well, hello everybody. I'd like to get away from doing Facebook Lives. I think I've done more today than I've ever done in my history on Facebook. World news just doesn't stop, and it's a whole bunch of different crises. In a major turn of events, USA does not want to be bested by one Justin Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland. Wall Street Journal, Global Chase and Company through J.P. Morgan. It's cemented, folks. The USA is going to do not seven, but listen to this: nine incremental interest rate increases, 0.25% each. We're going to see interest rates in the United States of America move from the 0 to 0.25% all the way up to 2.25% to 2.5% by March 2023. That's the greatest legal minds in the United States. Those who run the markets, you can see this in Wall Street, JP Morgan, Chase Incorporated, goes on and on and on. And when those fellas speak up, when the board of directors speaks up, at least in relation to the Federal Reserve, look out, it's happening. It's happening. So the dollar's going to remain unchanged. In reality, USA wants to stabilize their inflation long before Canada. They want to overtake Canada. If you got outstanding debt and you don't have many years left, or you're on the last year of a mortgage and you're not going to sell your place, break it now, renew now. Now is the time for an early renewal. That's the only way to least prolong. Try to get a 5-year deal on your loans, your outstanding. If you have property, use that against the loans. It's a sad reality, folks. At least 20% of the population is going to be hit. As with all liberals and Democrats, they spend, and then they turn around and they destroy the economy. You want to contract an economy? That's how it's done. I mean, we can't go on with inflation. USA's dealing with it at a much better, steady pace than we are here in Canada. But the reality is, folks, get ready for a minimum 5-year long contraction in the economy. Complete deep recession. It's coming. It won't be stopped. It's ugly. If you have a job, hold on to your job, because it doesn't get any better, guys. It doesn't get any better. Projects, people say, oh yeah, investment into Canada, investment in the States. Well, that's great, except for who's doing the investing. If it's your own country, that's bad news. That only increases debt even more. And that's what Joe Biden, under the Green New Deal, and one Justin Trudeau aim to deliver, which means slave debt for the slaves at monumental increases in interest rates, making the fat cats richer and all of the average Joe Janes that much poorer. Struggle with employment, increase the stress. I'm tired. I'm tired of the vicious cycle and rape and abuse of the politicians. If you can get out, reestablish your life. No debt. I learned that the painful way as I went into financial prison, as a lot of the convoy organizers are going to find out, and those hammered by the new sanctions put in by the government of Canada over the Emergency Measures Act. For those who get their bank accounts frozen, those who get driven into bankruptcy, I don't know if people are keeping up, but there's lawsuits now by the city of Ottawa against key organizers. It's a way of forcing you into bankruptcy, forcing you into absolute slavery and servitude for the rest of your life, or at least a good portion of it. When you're over the age of 40, it's not really a good idea to get into those things. I mean, a lot of people go through it, but it's not ever fun. And if you're not savvy with financial markets and financial law, financial business training, or at least have a degree in that field, you're likely to go under and not be able to recover. This can often last many, many years, long past losing everything you have. I've gone through it. It's a few times. This time I had to do the consumer debt proposal, but for those who hit bankruptcy, that's a real devastating thing, especially when it comes to property and everything else. It's ugly. This country's ugly. It always has been. It's always about making the first class the best, keeping them at top dog level while they subdue and screw all of you. You will not find a friend in the Liberals, Conservatives, NDP, Bloc, Green Party, any of the parties. They only aim to slave and destroy you ultimately. Make their friends rich, they get their back pockets filled. If you don't believe me, look at how well Joe Biden did today, as I've said for many months, when it came to Vladimir Putin and Russia and Ukraine. The law internationally, regardless of what UK and Joe Biden try to tell you, if it wasn't as I said it was, why such weak, impotent sanctions? Why is it always, well, if they go further into Ukraine, if they take Kiev? They don't want to take Kiev. They wanted independence for those who wanted freedom, those who wanted to be recognized in the country, who didn't want to be in a place where there are no human rights laws. How does your charter feel today, Canadians? How's it going to feel the next year? I can tell you with how many people are going to go bankrupt just in loans, and how much of that will be put on all of you at home, all of you average working Joe Janes. Even if you maintain your homes and even if you've been responsible your whole life, the buck doesn't stop there. The buck stops at your ability to work harder for less and pay more taxes. That is the future. They have all kinds of radical new ways of extracting taxes from you. All kinds of radical new ways. I'm not sticking around. I don't want socialism. I never wanted it. I can't stand the crown. I can't stand the system. If you need to get out, now's the time. You have about a 1-year period before you're not going to get out. And it's only going to get harder incrementally. Think about the U.S. 9 times in 12 months. That means literally almost month by month with a few key breaks here and there. And reality is it's March. They're talking till December. Those 9 incrementals could be all the way up to December 31st of 2022. 9 months. 9 months, 9 increments, meaning monthly. Scary stuff, folks. Really scary stuff. How do you even plan your life in a country or countries like this with markets, capitalism versus socialism, just like that? When the socialism benefits all of those in the political spectrum, but all the shit end of the deal of socialism hits all of you at home. That's me too. Same with if you want to look at it in a capitalist sense. So everybody understands this is fundamental of economics 101. Wealth is never generated by financial institutions. Never. There's no wealth generation in financial institutions. They take wealth at the expense of those who earn it. That's how financial institutions work. They don't naturally create wealth. They only transfer it. That's my video. Get ready, folks. It's an ugly, ugly recession coming over the next year. Get your affairs in order. Try to weather the storm for at least the next 5 years. Very, very tough to get out. Welcome to your lunatic Green New Deal, your lunatic COVID-19, and still yet they want to mandate more. Open up the economies, cut the crap, and you know what, people? Get the balls to make a constitution. Because until you have a real constitution, this crap will go on forever. We'll never best the United States. We'll always be under the thumb of the United States. People like Chrystia Freeland and Justin Trudeau, tagged in this video, get rich, filthily rich, at absolutely all of your expenses. They don't work for a living. They're notoriously lazy, useless tits who suck the people dry. Everything you're worth. Great actors who go on TV week after week, taking all from you that work. That's what they do. And that's what they've done. 2 years of rape, pillage and plunder, and now you'll all be paying that for the next 150 years, and it'll never go away. It'll remain on the plate to be serviced and financed over and over again. Slaves working harder and harder for absolutely nothing. That's my video. That's reality. It's on you to share. You all can end the crown. It just takes a massive sweeping through the masses and people to look at things as they really are. This is about ending the crown. It's not about lunatic ideals and special interest groups. It's about the one idea that the people of Canada need absolute constitutionalism, real conventions by every Canadian, every first person from every community, city, town hall, reserve, all of them in every minority language. It can be done, not even for a huge amount of money, a lot less than what Trudeau has dolled out to Ukraine, which was total bullshit. They knew Russia was going to take those two regions. They knew. It cemented in international law. It wasn't right for USA and Canada to get involved. We're not in the European Union. We're not under the OSCE. The Minsk agreements are done by Europe. This is a European goal. The reality is, for the German people, their energy demands versus what they're going to have to pay for energy are going to be way off the charts. There's no magical windmills. There's no magical hydropower. There's nothing magical that's going to save Germany from what's coming. And the people are going to lose it because their constitution was breached by the Chancellor. He chose what was best for his friends, his pocketbook, than what was best for the German people, which is his constitutional oath. And mark my words, that will be challenged. Somebody is going to challenge that in court. And you know what? It doesn't take a rocket scientist, anyone who knows constitutionalism, to realize that he's going to lose. This little action by Germany is only temporary. That's my video, everybody. Get ready for a rough year, and in fact, rough years in a massive recession coming. We have less than a year before we're in a massive recession. Get your affairs in order. Weather the storm as best you can. My advice, early financing now, or if you can, get right out, set yourself up new, no debts, and just be prepared to work whatever reduced job that's going to be. These delusional ideals were all to sabotage all those in the middle class, to bring you back in line. It's always about the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's one of the most disgusting displays of autocratic abuse by those elite first-class politicians ever seen in modern history. Absolutely pathetic. It's been about 50 years when we've seen this kind of abuse. We all had our suspicions. For those who are really physically conservative, the writing was on the wall. It didn't take a brilliant mind in economics or a financial whiz kid to figure this out. It's sad, it's sorry, it's unbelievable. And to watch it happen right in front of my eyes, I won't participate. Do the right thing. Get the message out. Share, share, share. Everybody needs to know. Thank you. And it's cold here, by the way. I don't miss Alberta for this. Minus 24 today. I was outside all day. Not good. I hate it. Bye, everybody.